morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Audio Thoughts with Prince. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Follow us on all our social media platforms. On Instagram, Prince Miller Entertainment. Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment. Facebook group, Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We are also available on our Twitter handle, it's P Miller ENT. Today is the 26th of May 2021. Audio Thoughts with Prince is a show. I give you guys my own views, my own opinion, and you are also welcome to comment in the comment section. Here. So yesterday, ED was a very busy man. The man was so busy. So one of the events that he did yesterday was handing over 18 cars to chiefs. So another 18 vehicles were handed over to chiefs yesterday as part of the ongoing program to ensure that all were mobile. Handing over the vehicles, President Mnangagwa said all people, regardless of their standing in society, should represent traditional leaders because of the role they play in communities as a sense of the country's cultural norms and values. Traditional leaders have been the vanguard of upholding traditional values in the wake of cultural imperialism by the West. Every person has a rural home where they came from. All these government ministers have rural home where they are traditional leaders. That is what we want, that we respect our traditional leaders. We had Westerners who would say Africans are united. They have their own culture. For us to have dominion over them, let us strip them for their culture and impose our culture. That way we have dominance over them. That is why we are commemorating Mbeyanehanda. We have got our own cultures. Most custodians are traditional leaders. Let us move together with traditional leaders, and we should preach the gospel of peace for the good of the country, said President Mnangagwa. Traditional leaders should unite their subjects, since a united and peaceful country will ensure that attainment of the country's objectives. We have 286 chiefs. Each of them need to unite his people for the development of the country. All programs we are carrying out as government, such as Pfumvudza dam construction, can only succeed when there is peace and unity, said President Mnangagwa. Turning to the vehicles, President Mnangagwa said the vehicles would go a long way in restoring the dignity of traditional leaders. We are giving you these vehicles for you to have dignity. We realize that it is not befitting for a traditional leader to be seen flagging for a lift after presiding over his or a traditional court, or a traditional leader starts looking for a lift. It does not do good to his dignity. These cars are for official duties. You need to keep them well. You need to get a responsible driver, said President Mnangagwa. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga said traditional leaders played a critical role in ensuring social cohesion. Chiefs Council Deputy President Matsame Kumalu paid tribute to the government, saying it will help them in discharging their duties. The chiefs who benefited yesterday are the fourth group in the ongoing program. Yesterday's event was attended by several traditional leaders and senior government officials. So that's the trending topic at the moment on my streets. People are talking about this. Could say my chief arupuwa motka, iwo mujumbo dzacho dzavanotungamira, their communities, munakana ambulances, and some of these chiefs and some of these people in our communities want to travel maybe 10 k's or 5 k's or 8 k's kuti vaende to a nearest clinic, singa hospital, just a clinic. Saka people are saying, what, dai mari yacho yemotikari dzikupuwa machifi yakwanisa kutenga na even ambulances ekuti vakwanisa kushandisawo munharaunda dzavari dzacho idzodzo, kuti kuitira kuti kana munhu aitopa muviri abatsirwa nemwana, amai dzonguva mwana anenge achida emergency from the doctors, pova pane ambulance inenge iripo. So people are saying a lot regarding to nyaya dzekupuwa kwemachief motikari. This is not the first time the government have done this. During Mugabe time taingoona machiefs achingopuwa motikari after maybe 2 years or 3 years, opuwa dzimwe. At the end of the day, Mnangagwa is keep on doing the same thing. Do they really need cars? 286 chiefs all over Zimbabwe. Do they really need cars? Kana kuti tungo apa because toda kuti vatibatsire kuti kana takukampena come 2023 elections vanenge vachitibatsira kumobilize vanhu munharaunda imomo. And I don't know, in the comment section. This is Audio Thoughts with Prince. It seems as if the government is spending money on things which are necessary at the moment, whereby we need a lot of attention kunyanya panyaya zvipatara zvedu, and the people need to actually have a proper health system here. So someone here wrote that it's called misplaced priorities. On hand, we are receiving donations, and on the other hand, we are spending millions on useless things, a useless statue, and buying cars for useless chiefs. We have hospitals with no functioning ambulances and police officers are attending crime scenes on foot, but we spend money to spoil useless chiefs. Surely ZANU-PF can do better than this. It's embarrassing, and to ourselves, what's the purpose of buying cars for chiefs? They contribute absolutely nothing to our well-being other than being a nonsense and harassing poor rural ladies and behaving like a tin pot dictators. If ZANU-PF thinks they can use these chiefs to threaten the villagers to vote for ZANU-PF come 2023, then they are in for a big shock. People have now woken up and know every ZANU-PF tactic. This is what people are saying on my streets regarding to Nyai. People are saying, what's the purpose of buying my chief's motkari? Whereby we are in this kind of situation at the moment. So someone here also wrote, it's just embarrassing. I have no words. Priorities are back to front. Why didn't they give the chiefs tractors and seeds? The maize donation you can forget is for their families and friends. Said they, whomever they built a statue of, I'm sure could have been bothered with false impression and attention. I'm very sad. Someone else said kuti dai vapawo machiefs matractors ekurimisa nembeu chibage kuti vakwanise kurimawo anditika nekubatsirikana munharaunda imomo, because Isuzu double cab here, it can actually buy a tractor anditika, then potosala a bit of change whereby they can even get mbeu nima fertilizers ekupa vanhu munharaunda kuti vakwanise kurimawo nekubatsirikana. I mean, a tractor will actually help a lot andika communities edu, especially vanhu vari kumamisha aya. So I don't see kuti kuatengera motikari is going to solve the problems there. Still on the brighter side, those cars we hope my chief said kuti vakwanise kubva from one area to another area vachiita their day-to-day businesses munharaunda maonenge vari andika. So guys, this is our audio thoughts with Prince. Katingotaura in the comment section. I know kuti most of the cases tinge chida kublema hurumende chita say, but pane dzimwe nguva dzekutoti mutona mega kuti hurumende kapa vanenge vatadza kuona maonero atinenge chichitawo, because there are some issues that needs urgent attention. Costa zvimwe zvekutoti it's a luxury for me, for the chiefs to get cars. It's a luxury, just like my MPs kuti vavatengere motikari maIsuzu same cars izvodzo. It's a luxury also, because we need better service delivery muma communities atinenge tiri. Todawo kuti zvipatara zvive nemishongo yandita kwete kunyorwa prescription wonzi enda notenga panze. And again, who owns that pharmacy panze iyoyo? It's a government official, it's someone else ane mari. Saka at the end of the day, isusu asina mari totofaga, because we can't afford some of the prices that private pharmacy is selling those medicine for. So the government needs to pay attention to the people. They need to listen to the people, because at the end of the day, I still feel good to the first republic yamugabe need this republic zvangofanana panja kambosiyana, the same thing over and over again. And so guys, all the thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV, where people are so disappointed regarding to this Nyaya Dzemachitikari in the statue of Mbeyanayanda, which is worth more than like $2 million US, just for the construction, kuti pagadzirwe mushe papo. And saka imari yakawanda yekuti they could actually fix Parinatwa Hospital or Mpilo Hospital in Bulawayo there, and kuti wakwanisa kubhadharawo manurses nemadoctors, roads and everything. I mean, we have a lot of things that need to be fixed, in which the government is actually focusing more on the statue and cars for the chiefs. And if you look on our police force, mupurisa here, because haana kana mota, haana kana chanenge anacho, anenge achitongombeya zvake. And most of these guys, they can even do their duties, because vanenge vasina motikari dzekufambisa dzekuti vakwanise kuisawo maduties avo. Guys, all the thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Let's talk in the comment section, and remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. Turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our new uploads. We upload each and every day here on our audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Bless up.